The semester is rapidly approaching, so hang on, because here comes episode number 4 of Made from Scratch. So we're just a few weeks from the start of the semester, and I'm getting really excited about this course. Now, I've done most of my course development offline, even though this is a 100% online course. Well, I'm about to move everything online, but first, I have one last step before I move everything online, and that is to kind of outline all of the activities that I'm planning to do, all the readings, all the resources, to get it all laid out so I can see how the course is going to run, and then tie it into the student learning outcomes and the assessments. So let me show you what we're going to do. Alright, so it's back. Here's the course direction document, as we said we'd bring it back, and this time I filled out this side of the course direction document. Now if you remember, in this box right here, we have all the student learning outcomes that we wrote in episode 2. Over here we have all the different assessments of those student learning outcomes. How are we going to know that students have achieved those student learning outcomes? We cover that in episode 3. Now in episode 4 we're talking about some of the activities that we're going to do to help foster these student learning outcomes. And the idea is to write some ideas but then really flesh it out by layering it with the course outline, which we did in episode 1. So I'm about to show you how I've kind of combined these two. I used a Google Doc instead of writing it all down, so you can see it a little easier. But I've outlined the activities and then I've organized them based on how I'm going to organize the course. So let me show you what I did in Google Docs. I began by writing some information at the top, some basic things like the theme and the course dates, and then what each unit was going to involve, maybe some things that were going to be consistent across each unit, and then some of the course's major projects. So what were the things that were going to be big that I need to make sure I incorporated across the semester. And then I took a look at each unit specifically and looked at what were the readings that I was going to have the students do, what are the activities, dividing out all the activities that I outlined on my course directions document and kind of layering it with my course outline. This gives me a really good sense of how the semester is going to play out and where situations might be where students need a little bit more time to work on certain assignments, where all the holidays fall out. So it really gives me a good overview of the entire semester. Now, when I keep expanding on this, I'm going to add to it information like the readings and making sure that the readings all work out the way they need to work out. The other thing I want to make sure I add to this as I move forward is the student learning outcomes that each of these units is addressing and the assignments related to the student learning outcomes, so that everything's laid out here that was originally in the course direction document I can now see in a more linear fashion. It really helps me to make sense of the entire semester and begin preparing to put things in Blackboard. Now, as you've seen from the Google Doc that I just created, it's not comprehensive just yet. I'll be adding things to it. I'll be really fleshing it out over the next few weeks. But I'm ready to go ahead and start putting things into my online course, getting things organized, thinking about how students are going to interact with the course. How will they enter it? What will they see? How will they know what to do? So those are all the different things I'm going to start working on in the next episode. I'll get into my Blackboard course, I'll start putting things in, showing you how I'm organizing it, showing you how I'm setting up interactions and the course orientation. So I'll really start fleshing that out in the next video. So I look forward to seeing you then. In the meantime, good luck with your course design.